There's no shortage of good food. There's good Chinese food, good American food, good burgers, good pizza, good Italian food. You can find that stuff anywhere. There's no shortage, but where there is a demand in the market is great hospitality. And use yourself as a case study. You know hospitality is dead. It is not out there. And if you can master it, if you can get it down, then you're gonna answer a huge demand in the market. And that's why I'm here at the California Restaurant Show, this huge event to talk to restaurant owners about how they can dial in their hospitality to get way ahead of their competition and blow things out of the water. We want to focus on advanced leadership, high-level systems, advanced training, follow-up metrics, and of course, accountability. Most restaurants are missing one, if not all of those things, and I'm going to show you how to develop them in a high level, at the right time, and with ease and simplicity. Check it out. How's it going? All right, thank you. So please, hold the applause to the end, thank you. My name is Preston Lee. I own the 30% rule. And what we focus on is hospitality experience. The guest experience is number one. And we're gonna hand out these cards in a little bit when you guys get all settled. But I wanna show you this card. And this is what I really want to accomplish for you guys. And I wanna do it by changing your mindset, changing the way you think, changing the way you run your business, you operate your business on a day-to-day operation. I really want you guys to start changing your mindset of what you're doing. And the problem I see, and this isn't an offensive thing, but restaurant owners don't treat their restaurant enough like a business. They don't apply business theory enough to their business in order for it to be successful. And I'll give you an example, okay? If you're gonna start a business, you're gonna start a successful business, it's pretty simple. You find a demand in the market, a huge demand in the market, and then you create a business that fulfills that demand. And that's an easy way to get a win, correct? So, right now, does anybody that owns a restaurant or work in a restaurant here, raise your hand if you don't have good food in your restaurant? Raise your hand. Yeah, everybody here has good food or great food. Now, if we walk around this floor and we ask everyone else that, they're gonna say the same thing. We have great food, correct? What is lacking in the industry, in this space? That's hospitality. That's guest experience. And use yourself as case studies. When you guys go out to eat, are you guys getting guest experience? Are you guys getting elevated hospitality consistently? And you know the answer is no. So the demand is out there. It's very obvious. People want the experience. They're craving it. Just like you, amazing experience at a restaurant, you stop and go, I want to go back there. That was amazing, right? Usually if they just don't mess up, you're like, oh my gosh, thank you, right? So we want to focus on the guest experience. And one thing you have to understand is that your front of the house servers, bartenders, hosts, all of them have direct connection with your cash flow of your business. Every server has a capability of making sure someone either comes back and builds loyalty or doesn't come back and badmouths your restaurant to everybody. Every server, every bartender, every host has that capacity. So why are we not focusing on that? Why is that our obsession, our number one focus to make sure that we give the best experience possible? Why are we not focused on that part of our business? And it's because it's difficult. That's why. All right, so want to focus on a couple of things, guys. The first thing is the 5 phases. This, I guarantee you, if you guys can master these 5 things, you'll have the best guest experience in your area. You will see the rise in sales. You will see the difference in your bottom line at the end of the month, end of the week, end of the year. You'll notice a difference in your employees. You'll notice a difference in your leadership team if you can nail all 5 of these things. The first step is advanced leadership. Anybody here ever have a leadership problem? Raise your hand. Manager problem, raise your hand. Yes, of course, everyone does. It's one of the hardest things to manage. Leadership is very, very difficult, and that's why it's so important. And we want to make sure we have managers, not leaders, okay? Managers swipe cards, they know how to discount things, they know how to drop cash, and that's the problem, right? I have a server, really good server, amazing server. I want to move him up to a leader. I want to move him up to a management position. So what do I train him on? I train him on all of the systems, all of the steps, right? All of the transactional pieces, how to count cash, how to drop cash, how to swipe cards, where to find things in the computer, how to accept deliveries, how to double check things. But we don't teach him anything to become a good leader to make sure the people he's managing are doing as best they can. No emotional intelligence, no guest recovery. How do we hold people accountable? How do we make sure we have the confidence to hold people accountable consistently? Does anybody here have an accountability problem where your management team isn't holding people accountable, or maybe you're not holding people accountable enough? Absolutely. That's a serious thing, because you can only run a serious business, an efficient business. You can only improve your people. You can only develop your people through accountability. Accountability is not a negative thing. It's a tool to make your team better. Everybody should crave accountability no matter what part of the company you're at. Even if you're the owner, you need accountability, right? My wife holds me accountable all the time. She's doing it with her eyes right now. So listen, guys, I want you to focus on these things about developing people because this is what it's all about. I can guarantee you all of your problems, front of the house and even a lot of back of the house, can all be solved by hitting these 5 phases. Leadership development is a huge, huge piece of it. And the next piece after that, you see it on there, high-level systems. Now, systems are a funny thing because you need systems in your restaurant in order to make your restaurant efficient. Do you guys agree with that? Yes, yes. Do you guys want to run a restaurant micromanaging people every single day? Raise your hand. Does anybody here micromanage people right now out of pure necessity? Be honest, that's okay. Yes, because that's what happens when you have lack of systems. All of a sudden it becomes you having to micromanage them. Walk in the door, that's not being done right. That's not being done right. That's not being done right. I don't have my leadership team set up properly. I don't have my system set up properly. So now I'm forced to go micromanage it and solve the problem myself. But if I have proper systems in place and a leadership team to support those systems, all of a sudden I'm doing pretty freaking good. I don't have to walk in. When I walk in, everything's fixed. And if there's something broken, I can just go to the proper channel to fix it. I fix the system, not the person. And one thing you have to understand, if you're really serious about scaling and growing, I want to grow my current business, I want to go to a second location. If you're serious about that, then you're going to have to focus on one thing. And that's relying on systems and training, not people. Because I can guarantee you, everyone in this room, you have one rock star in your business right now that you love. One rock star that you're like, this person is my freaking, if I had 20 of these people, I'd be a very successful restaurant owner. Do you guys have one of those? Yes, chef. Can I get a yes, chef? Yes, chef. Can I get a real yes, chef? Yes, chef. You guys all have one of those, right? And I'm like, man, if I could clone this person, the good news, you can clone that person. Maybe 80%, like a lot better than 0 though, right? But you can do it through training and systems, right? You have to have the proper training, thought out training, and then systems to be able to support that. And the leadership team to back it up afterwards. So stop relying on people. You don't need to find rock stars. You don't need to find experience. But you need to find people that are willing, people that are going to go the extra mile, people that are coachable, and then you have the training and systems for them set up so they can execute at a high level. So let's talk about something, high-level systems. We're already talking about it. What is a high-level system? Everyone here already operates off of systems, one way or another. A system gets developed in your restaurant, whether you like it or not. It's basically just the way you operate in a certain aspects, right? I have to drop steak knives when someone orders a steak. You have a system. If you built it, awesome. If you didn't build it, well, then your employees came up with it and they're doing it whatever way they want. That's how you get inconsistent service. That's how you get mistakes being made. That's how you lose loyalty. But we have to have high-level system. What's a high-level system? Well, first of all, I create the system, not my employees. So that way it's done my way. Secondly, I implement it correctly. This is where 60% of restaurants get it wrong. Have you ever had put in a system in your restaurant and someone says, you go back a month later, they're not doing it, and you're like, what's going on? I didn't know we're still doing that. No one told me. I didn't know. I forgot. You guys get that? Yeah, we're all tired of it. So what we want to do is create a high-level system so the implementation piece eliminates all excuses. If you implement it correctly, then they know that it's there. They're not going to forget, right? They know it's ongoing. So the only thing they can tell you when you hold them accountable is I didn't do it. I decided not to do it. Then we can have an accountability conversation with them, right? But if we give them excuses because we didn't properly implement it, now it's on us. Now we've opened the floodgates to that, and now we're back to micromanaging. So implementation on a high-level system is so freaking important, I can't stress it enough. Next, last piece, what 95% of restaurants get wrong, managing the system. I create a system, now my managers can deal with it, or I just expect my employees to do it. That's not enough. If you don't manage a system, meaning you're not properly watching it, you don't have KPIs set up to monitor it, and then you're not holding people accountable when you see them not doing it, or rewarding them when they are doing it, it becomes a request. That's it. You might as well walk up and say, can you please just, if you can, do me a favor? I'd really appreciate it. That's not going to get you very far. We have to be running off of a system of accountability. If you run your restaurant off accountability, that's the fastest way to chase excellence. Is anybody in this room interested in chasing excellence for the restaurant? Yes, chef. If you do, mean it and say, yes, chef. Yes, chef. Show some passion for your restaurant. Guys, we're chasing excellence. The only way you can chase excellence is with accountability. There's no way around it, and consistent accountability. If accountability isn't consistent, it might as well not even exist. Bottom line. So the consistency, that's why when you go out to restaurants, the very few restaurants you go to and you go, man, how do they do it? How do they do it? Every single time I go in there, it's freaking 10 out of 10. How do they do it? It's this. That's simple. Consistent accountability, chasing excellence with advanced leadership, high-level systems, dynamic training, follow-up, and accountability. That's all they're doing. It's that simple. There's a blueprint, but remember one important thing, it's simple, not easy. But we want to chase excellence, and this is what you have to do. You have to do the work. You have to set it up front. You can't put it off. You can't kick the can down the road. I can promise you one thing. There's never a perfect time. Have you guys ever experienced a perfect time to do something in a restaurant? Hell no. After you start opening that restaurant, there's never a perfect time. You're waiting for that manager. That manager's leaving. You're waiting for that meeting. You're waiting for that new staff. You're waiting for the busy season to end. You're waiting for that new menu rollout. There's always something that's going to be happening. What you need to do is take action now. I want to run my business off of accountability. I want to chase excellence. I want to develop leaders, not managers. I want to people develop my people. Because you understand what businesses lack the biggest and the most, why businesses fail. When I say fail, I mean don't reach their full potential. And I'm sure everyone in this room to some degree is saying, yes, my restaurant is not reaching full potential. We might be doing well, but we're not reaching full potential. And I know it, and it kills me inside. Why is that? It's because they don't develop their people. If I can tell you right now, you hire a GM, you can train them for 3 months, and they will do anything and everything you want them to do without you ever having to check on them again. Would that be valuable to you? Because that's serious, guys. That is magical if you can do that. Can you do that? Yes. Accountability, systems, leadership training, all that good stuff. But what about your GM, AGMs, managers, trainers, servers, bartenders, hosts, line cooks? What if you could do that with every position? You'd be running a pretty magical business. And you'd be one of the top, in the top 10% of restaurants that are able to do that. It just takes that upfront work and that commitment. It's not easy. So advanced leadership, high-level systems, dynamic training or advanced training, and then follow-through mastery. We gotta follow through with these things. If you don't follow through, then it all is for nothing. I can put the best systems in the world in place. I can have Danny Meyer. Does anybody know who Danny Meyer is? Raise your hand. Danny Meyer, the godfather of hospitality, arguably, right? I can send Danny Meyer into your restaurant. He can train everyone up in person. He can create all your docs. It'll be all for nothing if you don't have any follow through with it. What's the point, right? As soon as he leaves, are we following through? Do we have the advanced leadership to support it? Do we have the systems to back it up? Do we have the accountability consistently going through to be able to do that? Obviously not. So that'll fall right through the cracks. So all of these things interline. You have to have advanced leadership, high-level systems, training, follow-up, and accountability. Is anybody here interested in learning all that stuff? That's awesome. So I gave you guys a little card. Everyone should have one. If you don't, raise your hand. We'll hand one to you. It has a restaurant assessment. Because first I need to know where you guys are at. Get the assessment, wherever you fall on that assessment, and we'll put you into a workbook that'll take you to where you need to be. And that's free. All free. All I ask you to do is 2 things. 1, take action, please. Take action. None of this matters. What we're talking about right now, if any of this registered to you and you're like, wow, I really want to do this. I really want to take things to the next level. All that makes sense to me. None of this matters if you don't take action. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge with action is power. So take action tomorrow, tonight. But take action. And then next, when you have success, just do me a favor. When you get it all, email me. Say, hey, Preston, I got this W. I want to say, I got this W from you. And that means the world to me. I really appreciate that. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes, yeah. Is that something you guys can do? Yes, yeah. Who's ready to run a business out of excellence, chasing excellence? All right, guys, I want to keep this short and simple. I know you guys have a busy day. But I want to say thank you for being here. If you have any questions, please let me know afterwards. I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you.